Namaste. Have you ever wondered? I have been doing yoga for a very long time, but I am not experiencing the benefits of yoga that others are claiming. Why is that? Perhaps you are missing some basic and fundamental guidelines of yoga. If that's you, then this video is for you. Stay with me for the next few minutes. We're going to explore 5 fundamental guidelines of yoga. Maybe that can help you to move from doing yoga to experiencing yoga. Hello and welcome to my channel Yoga with Ashwin. My name is Ashwin. I'm a certified yoga teacher. I've spent around 900 hours in studying classical yoga, pranayama, and meditation. Alongside, I've been working in the software industry for the past 25 years and I continue to balance both the worlds. In this channel, I'll be sharing not only about practical yoga techniques, but also I'll be sharing the reflections on the timeless wisdom that has been offered to us by our ancient texts like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and how they can help us to live life with greater awareness. If you would like to know more about myself, you can find more details in the channel description. So, let's begin. Well, the first guideline, no rush, no competition. There is absolutely no need to rush in yoga practice as if you are trying to finish another task from your to do list. Yoga is not something that you have to complete, that is something that you experience. So, slow down, move gently, and stay with your body and breath. And also, more importantly, don't compare yourself with others. The guy next to me is bending more, is twisting more. Should I do more twisting, more bending compared to that guy? No, 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 no. So every body is unique, every breath is unique. Some people say, don't compete with others, but compete with yourself. But I would say, don't even compete with yourself because your own body and breath are different on every day. Be aware of your body limitations, body flexibility, breath capacity, and make sure that your yogic practices stay within that capacity, right? Accept where you are and practice with full awareness. There is no need to chase perfection. Please remember, yoga begins the moment you stop rushing. All right, let's come to the guideline 2. This guideline 2 naturally builds on the guideline 1. You see, once we stop comparing ourselves with others, once we stop rushing, we begin to notice our own body, our own body's limitations, our own body's capacity. Remember, we already talked about it. Every body is different. Even your own body is different every day. So be aware of your own body's flexibility and your breathing capacity and practice within those limits. As simple as that. There is no need to stretch too far to prove a point. All right. And Maharshi Patanjali beautifully says, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. What does that mean? Sthiram means steadiness, Sukham means comfort, and Asana is posture, which means the qualities of asanam or any yogic practice are steadiness and comfort. If those qualities are lacking, that means that if you feel pain, if you feel lack of breath, if you feel strain or stress, then probably that is not a yogic practice, right? If you observe that, then maybe time to introspect, slow down a little bit. See, fundamentally, listen to your body, respect its limits, and let the progress happen naturally. And do remember, growth comes through awareness, not through force. Let's come to the guideline 3, that is follow the right sequence. Asanas, followed by pranayamas, followed by meditation. Well, there is no strict rule as such to follow this sequence. However, the classical yoga traditionally recommends practicing asanas first, followed by pranayama, and then meditation. So why is that? There is some reason for that. Asanas prepare the body by improving flexibility and releasing any kind of a tension within your body. And then pranayama then helps to regulate the breath. Once the breath is regulated, your mind becomes naturally calm and steady, and which is a fundamental criteria for the meditation that follows, right? You don't have to force the meditation. So when the body is relaxed and when the breath is steady and the mind is quiet, meditation automatically happens. Please remember, meditation is again not something that you do, it is something that you allow it to happen. All right, let's come to the guideline number 4. Let the breath lead the moment. Perhaps this is the most important guideline of all. So many people pay their complete attention to the body movements and forgetting completely about the breath. But the yoga, on the other hand, recommends that the breath should lead the movement and not the other way around. As a simple rule of thumb, let the body movement happen within the breath duration. What does that mean? The breath starts, the body movement starts, the body movement ends, and the breath ends. For example, again, if you take one simple Uttanasana posture, what is the first step? You raise your arms on inhale. In that, your inhale starts, body movement ends, inhale ends. It's like that. So, to summarize, the movement should be within the duration of the breath, right? Accordingly, you have to adjust the speed of that movement. And one more point to remember here is that all the expansive movements should happen with inhale. All the contracting movements should happen with exhale. So, when the breath and the body move together, the practice becomes smoother, calmer, and more natural. Instead of forcing the body to a posture, allow the breath to gently lead the movement, right? The key takeaway here is that the breath is the bridge between the body and mind. All right, we have come to the last guideline, guideline number 5. Last but not the least, be consistent. Well, yoga is not just a one day event. These days, like, we celebrate many events. For example, recently we have this International Yoga Day, and it's wonderful and it reminds us the importance of yoga. But practicing yoga only on that day is not enough. Or at the same time, simply watching YouTube videos without practicing also will not help, right? The real physical, mental, and spiritual transformation can only happen with regular practice. Even 15 minutes of practice every day is much, much better than practicing for 1 hour just once a week. So, set aside a small amount of the time, maybe start with 15-20 minutes every day for your own well being and make it non negotiable. All right, we have come to the end of this video. Well, there are many more yogic guidelines that we can explore, but let's begin to observe the guidelines that we have discussed in this video. By following them, I'm sure that will help you experience yoga more deeply and bring about positive physical, mental, and spiritual transformation. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and loved ones. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Yoga with Ashwin, for more videos like this on yoga and timeless yogic wisdom. I would like to leave you with one final thought. Yoga begins the moment you stop rushing. Namaste, and I'll see you in the next video.